Later now, the same name. Now there was no venue, there was no time. And when the MPP for Kenya this idea, so they want to even meet the press. Before said your mama, a lot of people consistently were saying, no, I said, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you share the press. I said, make go and do your checks. The NPP is gripping the press. And what do you want?
The job for all is madam.
What do you want? When you say, I know I was surprised. I had a call from a big man. When he says, "Can I come once some do you know, say, I'm comfortable home uncle, but they send them mobile money. Nipa no convince Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to do this kind of press conference. It has cost more harm than good. I'm telling you. But really, you look at the content and the context of the press conference. John Mama, now man for so a corrupt. Mahmoud Bawumia cannot create. Mama Bawumia cannot create. One cannot create baku. And today, relax.
That they decided to do a media encounter the very next day after we launched our manifesto. When you do something with devious intention, it backfires on you.
Shabla Sisi,
Franko data.
Omo beside Obe FM Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, Dodo na cash omo cost try so musika aketu anyama. Mahmoud Bawumia so woni. Shabla Sisi. When the Musa Mahmoud Bawumia ditro. Mesu was so many 2 months. He gave them assurance. National Cathedral. Also ba kwa corporate institutions amo masi. Chamane ko pesa no many man. And you first of all, who did so change Yankopon the no men about. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Komodian another dan ko for ni Yankopon dey no you.
Let me know what you are going to do to help enable Gamro to be able to collect royalties effectively.
We want to implement an e-visa policy. All international visitors to Ghana to make visa acquisition fast and roll out.
When the Uye pa kase.
Abusia for your mum na makwa ba ma ba trase e de ba channel so channel din the Solid TV. And then the dikanya only dim punimpo amese subscribe na channel we so de aka na kakra bese wo ha ene enum na kese ye kwa akoto aba na abato ho sunsuanso ye no kwa akoto de political parties in ekeka no ye Solid TV Franko hit attraction na beka content in nan ye production e de free Ghana cancel ye wi aba bi obia no ye de content ne bro and ye si nkonya na ensem bebre egufie amanebo a eda ho ene se ejura seche duma se ade hye omo ho ese misa jojo tibu Sudan na Samira Bawumia ekwa bubu egu se omo ante omo nka animanimu ya omso moto aba e de atia MPP eno so danche so a amanebo ba ko so a eno so yede ba e kire se Kwajo Seldom a ko busa Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia questions bi no questions no a wo se enye obi a ne ka kire no utie de Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e kan ya na kese question no ye de pocket no ana de ba ko so ye be hwe so e John Dramani Mahama wo se Bawumia if da bay ana obeye obi wo so ana afi so amanebo ba ko so a e to dwa kire se Dr. Maitupuku Prempe na probo a wo bo no ana ko pie atwuma wo biaja South Honorable Benito Wusu bio na bato mpesua so ekodu ho no yese amanfo kache na Paul ye ni asa ne MP ne waso omo pame MP ni free dwumadie na se ansam we afro break on ne ye de ba besomo me twa mo bana Franko data ba be kam.
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy.
Abusha for Franko da hita aba be kam. Franko akwaba.
Na jo so beni asha bula. Nyame adam man gizo so hu. Ya da nyame ase.
Yambo ochina.
Yes, ochina me hwe ni.
Ochina na your birthday no.
Ochina me hwe ni.
Ochina na your birthday.
Yes. Ochina. To de ka bebre nya fi na be na asembia na miniska kotobosia.
No kotobosia.
Na fabra. Ana kwa jo me kwa kumebua.
Beba.
O se ni nso ni kape. Onu ni hwe. Umwanya me ahira musini so ma metemonka.
So nyame ahira ho. Au hiania odi birthday da.
Na emfa ho.
To ya mention about the birthday.
To da so di prima kakra.
Yeah, birthday. Facebook re ya kai say na.
Go road the day. You cannot talk about it.
Let me say.
Na men tell us one gas about those in yefi. This is Facebook woman prompt to so be. Some of our one of friend me. Hey, Franko him say na birthday. Na say me ni mo say how can Facebook who catch them.
Na say miniska. Na me ko di birthday
ma wo kan. Asema wo kan. Enka bibi.
Me say miniska me di birthday.
About who's coming to die on my phone.
We scam and go to the energy, but Miss Camille birthday, Matimura. To one on your ska.
And let's say, you know, oh, pass my any KGT Ameko, oh, did my 10 men carry becoming, you say, and then once a man, Nick was watching her, they may pay beyond the Bemame. They trouble we are. Must yes, if that you, some about watering Caddy.
That mean, Nantin, about there or could do.
Say a friend. You,
some academic catcher may say. I sit up our country. To know transit. I'll come with you on that you try it. To know transit a fellow country. So, catch him say after birthday, the upper bed. Oh, Miniano. I am a now. Say, but fire, because it took and I will cry down. Now, what I bet you down.
Yeah, I remember my Franko. Oh, yeah, Franko, yeah, the money, Mamma Casa. Yes.
Number 6 video.
Okay.
Launch our manifesto on the 24th of August. Immediately, our opponents announced that they were going to do a media encounter on the 25th of August, the very next day. You know, the intention for doing that media encounter the next day after we had announced our manifesto was to turn the attentions of Ghanaians from the NDC manifesto. That was the main reason that they decided to do a media encounter the very next day after we launched our manifesto. But you see, when you do something with devious intention, it backfires on you. When you do something with devious intention, it backfires on you.
Franko, John the money, Mama, was say, Ninti, NDC, and MP before. Or Dr. Mamu were committee press. Or say they went in an ambulance.
Shabu, Franko, they come and chill, Bibia. Na Yanka said, we are very happy to enter into various offices and homes. There be a it is an honor and a pleasure to be on this particular platform. As some of John the money, Mama can. Yes and no. Yes and no. Okay. Shabra Sisi. It less than your con. It is a football match. The referee is the electoral commission. Even remember, so we are Manchester United, we are Manchester City. So the political parties, you can label a political parties to be football clubs.
Football club.
If we are going for a match, and no more now bet the coach be touched in formation so.
Especially Barca and Real Madrid.
I'm going to El Clasico. And no now bet to be touched. The formation quite fast way so it means normal. It depends on also how you can even make sure that any panel you be hard on the person. And the is why we've seen a lot of coaches they can read into the mindset of another coaches.
When Kata Kotokone has about half what Michelle can play home movie.
Yes,
7 years ago.
Has a 40 million pound that 4 million Kotoko. But how much me can on my Makota, you play about commercial about the part I and what will be what you're doing ever. It was quite a So if you look at this kind of elections, Shaibu, if you look at Obia on a tactical information on Eco, when Obia first about the campaign, I told you on one casa. But sometimes the political parties are very, very strategic. They sit down, they can read into your mindset and say, I did when I said, this is our research team. These are the findings and recommendations that we are having. Let's do this to counter and cross them.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a typical example.
With you.
I mean, not the NDC a successful Congress. They had a successful Congress in Tamale.
Yeah.
Okay. And this for us, hey, because we control about Kophobia. Francis said, "Unifin hotel near Tanama."
Yeah, Bana didn't the
Macomo soon. And also, Tiawa about Samuel would make now could not more than 16 hours.
I'm sorry.
When what can't terms of person of the massa? Only baby, I could sit down.
No, you need it.
What I say. So if you look at this kind of some Congress now man first sees as a violence Congress. But we could hear Tamale, it was successful. Omo na Najona, meaning that we are sadly free by. And on the 2 months almost as we should be okay.
Me say, no matter. Na me say me pia mo say upon 1 a.m. They do upon 10 I'm for 9. Me who so be because if you be no be aduane. So mu come you so be a park. Ada ya park bi onu mu. Obi akwa kojina park say dey sema. Obi akwa kojina park. Mo say earthquake ya announce obi ango jina. Yes. I'm say because we be come gwana mu wie. Enti me ko jina ma dey chin. Enti obi na touches. That material moment. What permit me any political party. So no moment car says as a was neighbor. And it happened.
na sabula sisi asema John Dramani mama eka no na sama waka no yes and no utie mama critically mama person o kire say ono ne NDC manifesto mo koye ye no ene ma MPP for the tiom so ka so mo kwa sa media press no
ba Franko sha after say omo manifesto omo launch no na say omo di hu komo Saturday
yes
and NPP before be win Sunday
yes
after Sunday no
yes
maintains will be discussing this for
and I make sure say asama mama eka it can be yes and no. It can be yes and no. So then the NPP did a good job in reading the mind of the NDC. That's what I make a
time or letter to buy. Let's not very crisis.
That time of Crown was even problematic.
Yeah.
Later now the same name. Now there was no venue, there was no time. And when the NPP for when this idea, so they want to even meet the press. Before said your mama a lot of people consistently were saying no. I said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to share the press. They want to interrogate him. They want to ask him questions. Now, Sabu, if you look at your man, Mama, Semna Wakana, maybe I'm before this market or some kind of more plans in that to order that's what many size and dino. And then you watch my Wakan Mudi. But I'm before this matter, some said, we don't want John Mama to get mileage. We don't want your mama to be selling. So you can have a nice way to make sure that your mama, you better creeping. You better keep on saying, let the attention be on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Or the manifesto launch in the other Saturday on Sunday, let's go and bring Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yeah, Mama, we are. Yes, you will not be good.
Yes, I'm a big good. And me young what you be. As I make go and do your checks. The NPP is gripping the press. And what you want?
The job for all the madam.
What you want? What you say? I know I was surprised. I had a call from a big man. When he says, can I can't want some Jofusicano? Do you know, say, I'm comfortable home uncle, but they send them mobile money.
I almost send them this figure. Come on.
And I was surprised
because I say program Nankasano and your program on my plan you. So they just wanted to spoil the NDC manifesto. And it was a plan program. Now, Bawumia said the same thing that Penny. Now, 7 about Bawumia. And so, why to not answer question? It's a serious matter. But I know you know that you discuss about my lapses. It was with me kind, it was with my and then MPC manifesto the 24-hour economy. Sadana Mahama Chich Mui, Bejabu, by my do. Sure, that is why political parties they kill. That's why political parties will tell you so they will never sacrifice their victory for peace. That is why they will tell you if iron and iron mean it will be fire. It will be a sign peace agreement. I'm telling you. Obama was capable. Franko, me say,
hey,
Adam tea Mahama 24-hour economy. Sadam the second mileage, Mahama, your mileage, you are coco.
Inja made sure say, as a podcast pundit, the NPP did a good job.
Yeah.
I attach this information. The news of more alarm John Dramani Mama Celia. It is going to go against the NPP and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yeah.
And they attach this information. For that one, you cannot blame them. So, what the course and Anajo. And I'm that team and I'm also sending a message around by 1 2. So, may catch you and not. Mr. Denya that give me coffee, you know, Mr. Denya that did casino. My J come, my instance is telling me, say, I don't know more. Something went wrong. Okay. A lot of people have faith and confidence within Franko. So, your objective, when you neutral, you speak the mind of the ordinary Ghanaian. I don't know more. From where you sit, I don't know, was it a stating? Was it a planting? I said it wasn't planned. Shabu, machine more than 2 times. Mahmoud Bawumia didn't come prepared. I'm telling you.
He came unprepared.
Mahmoud Bawumia wasn't prepared for this kind of press. Meya will say, "Omo catch and say for us to sell, for us to get the mileage, let's try to shift the attention from the 24-hour economy. Let's bring it to you. Let's allow the media to come. Let's ask them questions."
Bad news also sell.
Me say, Enra, I had the opportunity of watching the 3 hours. Mentioned on 2 occasions. I wanted to look at the positives, the negatives, and Sanoman. One positive I saw the real Mahmoud Bawumia talking.
Yeah.
On your campaign platform, whereby he's trying to convince people this no. So Kasamo what CM on to me enough who there be. This is Mahmoud Bawumia. This one person we've known. So anytime you have intellectual analysis piano, anytime you have obisa questions piano, anytime you have one lecture hall, anytime you have cast idea or one town hall or any meetings, this is the real Mahmoud Bawumia talking.
Yeah.
And you must what yet him who says a person convince you be they are asking him questions and he has to give answers to their questions. Now, Sabula Sisi, uncle. And now, me tell Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I can conclude to a point say, a man from Mukasa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a pathological liar. No? The adjective of the man of crown is right.
Pathological liar, no?
Is right. Or more than emotion, they should give me another
a chronic liar.
First, I mean, a man for Mahmoud Bawumia Ditro, Papa, Sabula Sisi.
But also, no, I get to say, in fact, there's also didn't about one communipada.
Now, we said to be Kunipa.
I'll say,
never. Let me give an example. And a palugu da one. See a beautiful no far coming back when we were Kunipa. And I only say, not the abuse of that family, what might be when you were Kunipa. Do you know why? The reason why I make us ask them the action is say, damn, I hear you for irrigation purposes. Mr. Nana, make us up here, which we pay for a blood water a year for dying.
Yeah.
It's a the hospital, that's a yes, I'm so no. That's a fun, no, the colony penny here goes so on, no, near Granoma, what could nipa?
Sure.
Because the reason why we voted for you is to solve our problems for us.
What your questions in Libya? Now you're quite your shadow.
Nobody now so they are shadow. And Mr. Dr. Mahmoud, yes, or Casa. I get back what a Yapshabu say, Casa would you throw? We are consistent liar, pathological liar. It's a serious matter.
Also, general.
It's a serious matter. So say never pay out. I can't say it's a papaya there, or a consistent liar, or a pathological liar. Just one kind of crazy serious matter. It doesn't bring confidence in faith and trust between the people you are living with.
And even if you're going to sit down with the international community and do business, they wouldn't trust.
Why are serious? Because they know say you are an inconsistent person, consistently inconsistent. What's a man who can they be your custom for? And Shabu, me, I'm to be honest, Shabu is easy. Nipa no convince Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to do this kind of press conference has caused more harm than good. I'm telling you.
I said that sway people off from the Mahama manifesto. That thing has been achieved.
Shabu is easy. Mejitum, sa calculation done by them. They are taking the mileage and shifting the goalposts and attention from the 24-hour economy. Everybody NPP meeting the president. Sad the end of your again. One, any attach is information. But when you look at the content and the context of the press conference, you look at content and the context of the press conference. Sabra Sisi, Senada. So catch your BBS say you want to come and organize press conference about Solid TV and prepare a more mandate and opportunity to stand in his favor and deal with pressure. Meaning say you are on top of every issue.
Yeah. And that's to be a 90% of crap.
I mean for 90%. Say say you are going to meet the pressure. Meaning say every agency, every department, every ministry, every day to be a whoop you are abreast with it.
Yeah.
And to corner so and I'm going to revert back to this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually Debbie.
And he has been listening to radio and TV, so he should have known. Say
maybe some
question whether there's no way I met
the end people should have taken a clue from the kind of questions that was pushed to a referee John Dramani Mama.
And I miss Ata.
So meaning is a banner ban. You should be on top of issues. And yes, about it now say you have to go back and ask assembly and Ukraine and Yanukre. Until you see you are availing yourself, you are giving yourself to the public. The public can do a woman is through the press, and the press should be objective and sincere. Honestly, they should ask you questions. I am meritable. Your questions are Ghana for problems of Mukomo. You give them solutions.
Sure.
And the next shout that is about the General Papa has about the Casa. What can be a Jahoku? You be sa question as well could be Austin. You be sa camera question as well could be Austin. You be sa laptop question as well could be Rasta. Hey, now about okay. You should be on top of issues. Shabla Sisi. Me. Today I want to state emphatically. John Mama. Now man for so a corrupt.
Yeah.
Mahmoud Bawumia canokre.
Mahama na man for so a corrupt. Baba Mahmoud Bawumia on canokre.
Mahmoud Bawumia canokre. One canokre baku say. And today relax. Shabla Sisi.
Franko data.
Omo beside obey friend Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say. What is a pharmacist? Pharmacist or more hospital. No, don't want to catch more cost training. So, music can't train your mind. Mahmoud Bawumia swooning.
Yeah.
Sabra Sisi. I want to Musa Mahmoud Bawumia ditro. Do you know, Sabra Sisi? Pharmacists for more Ghana. Why Whereby last 2 months, they had an engagement meeting with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yeah, he met them. Yeah, because of Okusiamo. Oh, I say we want to run.
Almost over here, Juma. And almost a Cassan and Shadan Koyi. And they are expecting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then they will talk about the matter for them. And today, I free the new patriotic party. And we say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a flag bearer and say, these are the kind of challenges that they are going through. These are the kind of problems that they are going through. I want to Mahmoud Bawumia to cast one person near Ghana pharmaceutical
pharmacy.
Thank you, Midasi. Whereby as electronic pharmacy, business, and these people registered their displeasure to the vice president over there.
I dare no much.
I'm catching this about so many 9 years. They have issues with it. They have problems with it. Some person may pay a my own. Okay, what's the better so? Okay. And some Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia won't share.
When you say issue that, I'm just saying with you.
And I'm asking myself, I said, man, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, because once about can the shameless is my dear woman, Tiasi. And it is one thing, I said to Michelle, Shabu,
Franko,
Miss Pagibia, and I did a Yakwam one, with a Mepediamo. And Utia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, on him so 2 months off. They didn't go for work. I want to much say, Mama do in Koyi. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia would use that by no crowd you mocha. Hey, stakeholders meet not for pharmaceuticals for no.
If you're on tour, about men tour,
sometimes I have problem with you. Why do you have to think for him?
We say, Bia.
When him said the platform meeting, to watch out, is another day. What fair meetings, so perceive you didn't come. Your banana didn't come. We will address our challenges and problems to you.
Yeah, any mocha, more hard mocha.
And the Mahmoud Bawumia person chairman say, pharmaceuticals in pain for the common problems now. So why is he running away? Why is he running away? You had a meeting with them. You had a meeting with them. My son video look at them Austin.
Yeah.
Chabu, pharmaceuticals in pain for no talking. And a big baby side your farmer saying, labor union for labor and paying for are telling them that they should rescind their decision and go to it. Mahmoud Bawumia want to do.
That's one thing.
Now, say information of person, you know, based on why.
So the digital and I'm digital in time feeding this 1 year day.
How is that possible? How is that possible? How can you call stakeholders, major industrial players? Now, no more common problems. You want to vote from them. They will tell you their problems and the challenges that they are going through.
And Omeka.
Let's watch so many 2 months.
I know my address is so.
He gave them assurance. Go and do your checks and read. That's what Mahmoud says. So one kai. Hey, I have some ben. This is Bawumia for you.
Okay.
Now, Shabla Sisi.
Franko.
And now, and I acquire was a my NDC for script man.
Could you share that?
Could you share that?
Yeah.
Or beside Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia question be about Gambo.
Yeah, but there is a video.
Okay,
seen come into the media space to complain about royalties they receive from Gamro. These artists, they come out, they complain about receiving 300 CDs, 200 CDs, 500 CDs. Someone has created about 32 albums, a collection of royalties on his behalf, in 300 CDs, 200 CDs, and 400 CDs. You see them come in the news complaining about these things, and it looks like Gamro has not been enabled to collect royalties when it comes to our artists. And in certain jurisdictions, artists can release one song and eat off it for the rest of their lives. We don't see that here. And I want you to let me know what you are going to do to help enable Gamro to be able to collect royalties effectively, so that our artists wouldn't retire. And as on social media,
want to implement an e-visa policy for all international visitors to Ghana to make visa acquisition fast, and roll out a visa-free policy for all nationals of African and Caribbean countries visiting Ghana. We'll also establish, in partnership with the private sector, a streaming and digital management platform for Ghanaian content developers in the creative arts industry. And we want to also establish a travel protocol service for the creative community to enable artists, performers, and other creatives honor.
Video now, could you share the video? The question about Bawumia.
Shabla Sisi. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on Gambo na say. One, I want you to listen to the question critically. Kwadosane can say, On one of the it wasn't scripted.
Yeah.
But the NDC then was scripted.
Yeah. Yeah.
May I say, listen to the answer from Mahmoud Bawumia carefully, critically. His question was scripted.
What's it?
May say, see, the question he posed to Reverend Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the kind of answer Mahmoud Bawumia gave him, meaning said the question was scripted.
The whole season condition, the question was scripted.
See, that's what I was saying. And none of more teenage years. Just a medium. And now, and no more teenage years, Gambo for us, and so. One a teenage years.
And Saloma,
as an about
one catch us, which is our question.
Tell me more. Also, you can say bizarre questions. And a bizarre question. Your bizarre question, a technical question. And I will catch her say, and now, Crano, only a will be the one about camera. And to what are the answers they will say? Only a bear who say bizarre question about camera.
Bawumia say, and none can once and the can't once and the channel.
And I don't know who's going to come to question.
Not one who said, young cocoa board as a man channel.
This is the inconsistency. Mahmoud Bawumia exhibited ignorance and naiveness. On Chadianasi, the person who educated him that day has done a great disservice to Mahmoud Bawumia. See, before the Nanka Unim Kradia Unim, may be some idea. So, who was Unim, remember, self travelers. What be something which is technical by camera? What type is something which means becomes a Franko topic when we say treaty? Well, you can't say I'm not on top of the topic
of the issue.
Yes, let me go and do my findings and read before I come. Because me can't say nipa insanity here. The ye ni ma de chain no. Doni ye pe, any do ni ma de chain. Sa tu no, e se atwa mo ba ye side. The ni ma de chain say di tro kwa oni say di tro.
But the no ye append there. Or no bubble so there.
And I never come again say, I met a big man. Our family when I got down she tell them quiz. I say, I dare back up pen where you want to say, you mean your objective you can't create. See, a case will be kind of crash. You have to be on top of issues, understanding the matter. Mahmoud Bawumia gamble no ntiase.
Ntiase. Ade ya ka ho asem cha no one musa ho asem.
Gamble no ntiase. The answer that Bawumia gave should tell you so you're naive.
No, why should condescending to lie to Ghanaians? Say, question the script, man. May say, we want to Bawumia so about me suppose you say, no, I can't want so much.
May say, that's what I'm making. One need too smarter. Not one need the person who tell the answer from Mahmoud Bawumia. You won't get the import of what he was trying to say. The input no ntiase. That's what I'm making you. Question of what you shall in Bisano. So we would say the normal, you have to say normal thing. But the kind of answer from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it gives you a certain kind of notion. So there be, he came prepared on that question because nobody can once match and that. Because the child and Nankasaka saw MPP.
Yeah. Also, this MPP.
Maybe. Tesa minu me say. Obian say MPP for. But when it comes to this particular show, you may say at times you didn't come. Then we are trying to educate and enlighten Ghanaians. We think about objectives.
Near the Ghana Tadiashe.
Ain't you know? Even number some MPP. I can ask a certain question. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will have issues with it. Because when not catch us any individual difference, when not catch us MPP, but the MPP assembly yeduma.
So we be free. And the car say, I said joy news for. Need 5 for no Omudi Bawumia.
What you say? Also, general. Every Sunday, penny true and true MPP person.
When he's from North East, into no play Saba politics.
I am a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Could the child in question will be sad? Mahmoud Bawumia want a prompting at the end, and not want to catch it.
I want to cut. Is that Gambo? I
think you cast us and then into why explaining the young fancy. Mahmoud Bawumia might not be on top of all issues. There's so urban and something to be preparing here, money who say. Question will cut across every end, every sector, every area. Before we are, some gamble for some creative assets. I'm going from one.
Maybe the partner say, I gamble.
Yes,
and Shadam conquer yet because I dare and you share the money. Yes, I may take it a sentence. There is a cocoa board. Yes, and when the fundamentals we teach us. So when the prompting said there's going to be something on gamble. I can't once a minute. I chair Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I shall gamble now.
Yes.
A short form of
I'm saying Ghana Music Rights Organization is how
gamble. That's the shortest.
Ghana Music Rights Organization. And royalties. Also, it's a royalties agency.
Yeah.
Within Ghana that represents the rights of music copyright holders.
Yeah.
It was created under Section 49 of the copyright law.
Yeah.
Now, we say, how do musicians get royalties?
Yeah.
Commerce on first royalties. We say, performance royalties are collected by performing rights organization or PROs or such as Brime or ASCAP, and they are made of two parts: song writer royalties and publishing royalties. So both of these, signature and performing artists have the right to collect royalties on stage. To me, it's a bit much now, Bobby on stage. So these are the kind of royalties.
Well, I which is
Thank you.
But had it,
now I'm for the diguma.
Because I said, yeah, and I would you know me tea guy. Kimpaluta
was when I said,
was in
yes, 11 Gua,
or say, like said,
yes,
apart from YouTube,
yes,
was it a party piano,
yes,
I'm a man sicker,
yes,
by the woman said, and you might a genius, I will be able to for quiet.
I want that kind of me was about your friends said selling a boat a day. Was a gamble for compliment 150 Ghana cedis.
Was me?
Why was me? No way artist, no. 150 Ghana. That's what I was just a little young about 200 Ghana pay.
2 million.
Do you know why the musicians are very hard now? Go and ask them. Almost all artists are soon in for so. The kind of revenue they want to derive, and you know, one say can. Now, if you look at music, a part of creative arts, and you have a bizarre question, dear found. Mahmoud Bawumia said he's going to bring something we call the flat rate. And so, the idea. Oh, the flat rate, one thing, the idea move.
The one that flat rate to you.
And I'm now question that's never to you. Flat rate, I want you to convince me. MPP form or man figure or money big grass for me as a bro. I call a tail class that remember I go high teacher need. Yes, people teacher need to make sure. Yeah, yes. To be your bar, what is matter? My baba chair, they show us what is matter. That was that what the matter. Yeah, what the teacher needs, then what is matter. And yes, do you know say, yeah, flat rate. Do you know say, if you go to Togo, a free duty, free import. Togo cars, expensive cars, yeah, no matter. It's a free, what's a flat rate? I don't know, how are you going to do it? Flat rate, no, I'm sorry, patches, what the container, what the container, we don't actually, that's a payment, Madame Bawumia, maybe out the container bar, say 40 feet, maybe at 10 cities, or the 100 feet about 10 cities, how much we. Now, so how does the flat rate got to do with Gamble? I remember, as some can, and it will be about 32 albums. No, be about one album. Means flat rate, I don't get it. And I'm just naive about that area.
Also, idiot.
Listen, you're ignorant about it. I don't know what can one tell you.
And that's who say question. I saw children go run the comfort zone. No. Do we say question?
I can send it to say. My papa catch them to confuse people. We a technocrat, bring technical ways. You confuse them. My main can't tell. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I did not compare the technical things neighbor. But you're not feeling a jurisdiction, so he has been exposed. Some kind of feel the economy and collect fiscal policy, GDP growth 1.9, 3.9, and can confuse you. Where you to force them, they are talking about royalties. Also, the more flat rate, I'm at the end.
What say? What you say? I don't know what he gate yaba. I know to choir.
No kwa. No for e-gate one. What benefit the person derive from royalties?
Gamble and then I.
One chassis. And yes, I say, for so who be down. But it's not on top of issues about this particular area. And they've exposed him. He has exhibited ignorance and then naivety. He has exhibited and then one champions. And people be clapping on this. Hey, I'm serious.
And I was so surprised because you said in power, it will be dim torture Ghana for say question with young Traman.
Oh, no,
but we also about expose you say, and I can't want them.
That's what I want to. Only one I can't want them. Only one I can't want them. And then it can't call yeah. And I can't say preview.
Yeah, press conference.
We didn't make say a pre-season and say about the and I want to know a pre-season.
Yeah.
I want to understand it. I'm totally confused over here. Now,
Franko.
Also data. Omo beside Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say data. And internet board they work because if you go to Nigeria and other parts of the world, Omo dey born.
Yeah.
Shabla Sisi.
Franko.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so I was say he's a digital person. He wants every Ghanaian to enroll on the digital platform. Digital, any problem with him. Now, digital, yes, also not for digital.
Come with a course.
Thank you.
Now also a man for phones. No, there's social media. Social media, no. Say on Franko YouTube, on Franko TikTok, on Franko. I about data. Who could a smartphone or could the smartest phone in the whole world? And if you don't have data, yes, we have access to the social media.
Shabra Sisi.
Franko hater.
Unim said ne. Auto credit and auto data. You're too not less than 25%.
Me to data no.
Me say they prove what you say. So the tax or no campaign will pass it on to the consumer for the consumer to buy.
Say to data 516 Ghana cedis.
Saying
5.16.
Thank you. Entino. And the MTN for let me be explicit and sincere to you. If you go to Jibabi to Nigeria among other areas, Adia would 1,000 and the better data. If Nigeria need 1,000 better no, and other countries 1,000 better no. If you come together here around there 4,000 to 5,000 to buy the same data.
Say and you want to say, oh, I games so many all African games. Yes, say sports ministry almost spend $3 million in the total data. $3 million in the total data. Now the money you put about for a year and Zoom call.
Me say, Shabla Sisi. So they asked Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Oba, as the president of the Republic of Ghana, and then I bet my Yama data number form because you are a digital person. Remember, yes, sir, Mr. Digital Man, a Konya Jai, Uri Jai, and Mr. Digital Man. That is your comfort zone. That is your area. That is your jurisdiction and domain.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. Give us a relevant answer. Say me ba do we and na meye ni sa do na meye. Amamu ba me aka se mu ndo kan. Wo say Nyankopon ya na so ba or the star almost a Starlink ba. Na Starlink na eba no they are going to compete with MTN any Vodafone for in terms of data. Starlink. Starlink no. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk ya Martin.
Elon Musk na dia be by Starlink. Now, Starlink data no, for you to get some, to be Ghana no, who convertible Ghana spend here 8,000 Ghana cedis. I'm telling you.
So what do you want to?
As what you want to. You probably mean to carry 10 Ghana cedis. Any 20 Ghana cedis no. So you probably want to carry 8,000 Ghana cedis.
Also, what the banner what my competition no, and the competition cost will be able to tell the boss. That has in their explanation.
And I'm saying Starlink no, and Elon Musk na diba.
And then because frankly, where the data boy there, I am more to among the goods than my boy. Kind, but say,
where my main cousin, so I may aduma. 3 November, Ecosi December, Shabba Kuruma. I'm telling you. You know why? I'm going to produce documents after documents. They say, 3 November, but because I'm going to read a lot. I'm going where your evidence, the way I'll pull it out. Me say, I'll show you corruption. No, my Ecosi Kuruma. You open your mouth and say, and MPP are not going campaign the more. More catcher is a corruption. Yeah, the papa, a Kufuor has never been corrupt. And it's an man. Me say you open your mouth like this.
Frankly, my issue has to do with say, yes, I buy no, yes, money telecom trust in Casa. Now, amounted data. So when you went to them, they told you more than the tax a good.
So Sisi,
after what you are telling, you want to pay competitors.
Can't no be on Casa about to me. 17 saying.
Listen. 17th May 2023 was say
yes
this results
wait I'm okay wait
okay 22% nana
anti kind ha was it Ghana day
okay Ghana digital services taxes
na kind ha was it saying
this results is an overall tax rate of more than 22%. They need to they itemize the levies in invoicing creates an administrative burden.
Another no say Ghana tax and to sa data so it's more than 25%.
Now all the tax we got to swa. So all the we got to swa.
Right.
Now back I say
Ghana digital services tax. Ti me kan akere. Wa wo phone bia boss ade wi. Me se me party o mo kan okre. Sabde. E me party o. Me dia no bia ma be twa ase na ni papa so di general secretary. Me di general secretary.
E be di.
Me se me dia me appoint mo se me president ma me kan okre. Me dia me appoint you se me deputy general secretary. Can sanity in the MP can was into Muslim president German can okre. Shabwe. Was say the Ghana Revenue Authority announced in April 2022 that it will begin collecting value-added taxes VAT on domestic charges from non-resident companies or persons that conduct business transactions in Ghana via the electronic transmission of data over communication networks like the internet. As of September 2022, Ghana has removed the minimum threshold announced in April for the application of these taxes and charges. As a result of taxable suppliers are now subject to the VAT and charges. Further, Ghana increased VAT from 12.5 to 15.5. And Shabu, it means say to more than 23%. And to no yet any telcos, no, they will pass it on to the consumer. Every businessman is thinking about how to maximize profit.
Let's say the first now you mass up 36 years. 30 and
30 years after now, Wuska. Sometimes 3 Ghana cities. And only BB zone Bisu by Kakukai. Or Basta BB and only 3 Ghana cities. What may you say the whole day? But because you've put taxes, and some taxes that's coming out by home. By home. What time Mahmoud Bawumia find the guitar person cannot explain. Was it Elon Musk about the best friend Starlink? No, is going to compete. Now Elon Musk in the bar. And then one must have tax and go. How is it going to be? Adia. Obi kwata 10 Ghana also. Elon Musk getting 8,000 Ghana so the Ghana is coming. 8,000 Ghana cities. Shabu me. Maybe I'm no me count. You're not armchair journalist. Maybe Elon Musk no. Before so about money. Oba share how he's going to survive. Now with this reckless economy, no, let's say Starlink people should go and do their checks. And I want to Starlink. Who are a computer person? 8,000 Ghana cities. Now I was going to say, no, to get 8,000. Some about them. I don't want to go conference. My brother. And I will Zoom call. And they should go and ask other countries. Why are they having cheaper data? Now, if Franko is saying, your leaders now, you want more Ghana city or more Ghana. They come begging and say they want to serve us. Share, offer DSC Grandpa, come Nigeria. Only for 4. And come to say Nigeria for them come here few because in the man Ghana for Nigeria account something you know so you pay for woman because of say DSC Bible board then their mom free into more unity mam for no shabla city me say obi bi obeka catch say mama we koyie bia na ada say nipa no kwan bi ofa so didi ada so wa ban na busuani wa ban ana say ebe ye koke adwam no bi ani Franko ya na ho na multimedia joy news no mu yi documentary na Franko make BBS and 2 Bawumia na Kufado and 2 people from so Ghana sin the Ghana ye da hwe wonim di ntra akoko board to mko bia na pawo no Franko I saw with my naked eye said koko ase and ye to galamsi koko dua esi ya na to ga ya fun from actually Cocoa board for no more assassin, only dear cuckoo. Assassin, and I catch him to school to a moment for the baby galam see watch it. Cocoa board. And Sabu, my miss was same fun is Mahmoud Bawumia on canoe. Also, we had a question about cocoa board. And now, and now, catch it. Yes. What's wrong with him? Shabba his way. Mahmoud Bawumia on canoe. That the cocoa board was a common confession issue. Cocoa will see Mr. Aid, we say. And you know, Cresse, or Muniska method on the Bogia. Now what they want to do is say and say, on person or minor better 2 years. Yeah, Bob said, yeah, be sick about it. Finance Minister Swap about the Casse, which almost chases Kevin Scanner mind to cook. May say, Mahmoud Bawumia on canoe. I saw some way come on it. And if before like you do Sako Cab, one I find a cabin, who don't Sako can. You believes in the doctrine, the cardinal principle of Islam. Islam for me true. A true and true Islam will be true. A true and true Islam is compassionate. A true and true Islam or dream nipa. He thinks about the welfare of the people. And the Bawumia must work money, Papa. Bawumia on canoe crew. Who may jump on canoe crew? Shabra says or other for Yaman. Hey, I'm our MVP. Man, I will be some questions. Now, that was it. As a year neighbor, quite less for my FBO Gunity. 1 year in a man. We say American Muslim was a slave queen. But where's American Muslim? They say slave queen. Wouldn't say, yeah, question. Wouldn't say, and what taught data 10 cities are yet 2 4 cities free. Around 10 cities, 2 4 cities free as taxes. What 10 cities are? There are 2 4 cities free as taxes. The Bible is a brand and I see. No, some deal with what's actually 10%.
Bawumia nsunyame. Shabu me say Franko. Say Ghana is serious ah. Say Ghana is serious ah. And also on the 7th December, you make Kenya bani wiro. Me say Bawumia 2 votes 2024 me who Ghana for adwin. 2024. Say Bawumia cross 10% of Ghana for say be ye boom full. I would say there be a competition omode namu na yepe. Shabu can say them people went to position 2022. A month for sick say honorable can the same people you are about to. But all Ghana need no so have the beer. I would say for them. Mr. Franko must say and start to Galam say. And 1% and 12 to Galam say. And question will be some Mahmoud Bawumia about Kokobo. Also, Mahmoud Bawumia is a pathological liar. Also, one cannot create be winning. Shabla sisi one cannot create. Do you know say Kokobo ne sa no man. Omunya ka economy no. Yeah, Kokobo they are part of IMT.
And you know how would Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia do as he say he's ignorant or naive about this particular matter?
That's a Kokobo didn't even call just indicating law without the consent of IMT.
So how is that possible? Shabene, you find some pay the first year Yaboka, the second year Yaboka, the third year Yaboka, the fourth year Yaboka. Over my Franko also you see you be. You have to go and look for someone. Elsewhere they will give you target to crowd one meter. Apart from target in the crown, you should have to go and look for someone who can revive and redeem the image of the company. I want to take Kokobo as a private institution with corporate settings, where it belongs to an individual, a private owner. Now your father said the first 4 years, company na boka onyanya even your friend is saying sika revenue. And now revenue blue yaka kind of say. Equilibrium. Say be ono when yes can be our mocker the first 4 years. And Kolobet Maka said there is hope. Shabla Sisi. Asama make catch you and the edu.
Yeah.
I no yet CEO. What naso from 2017. Eba basi 2024. Nan wonder or more catches of your profit. 6 years. 6 years of Kokobo Munya profit.
From 2017 now I appointed BC. Mama Bokasa, that's Omunya Faso so that 2017. Mama Boka 178 million Ghana cedis. 2017 Kokobo.
Yes. 2018. Mama Boka 78 million Ghana cedis. 2019. Omoboka 320 million Ghana. Oka start. Oka say 20 say Kokobo Boka say. Me say 2017. Kokobo Oboka 176 million Ghana cedis as losses.
Okay.
2018. Kokobo Oboka 78 million Ghana cedis. 2019. Kokobo Oboka 320 million Ghana cedis. 2020, Omoboka 426 million Ghana cedis. 2021, Omoboka 2.4 billion Ghana cedis. 2022, Omoboka 3.8 billion Ghana cedis.
They are feeling also when you're fast.
Omeka.
Also when you're fast.
Shabu Hill. Some papa company pan or papa build this kind of company. And every year, the losses keeps on increasing. Economy man. Who Shabla CC their decision a bit.
Now, said from said Edu take over a cow, 6
years.
How do you go to international bank say, "Ma, bush on the mouth"? One would have run out a loss.
Me say
because I know who apply for loan. Or come to the barber show books with them. A loan I demand. Oh, yeah, you may have fast so.
Kind. I say,
Kokobo and 6 year losing streak post 2.3 billion profit in 2023. 6 years in there, a casa.
Kwaku for phone on calculate mommy. Me Bobby, I bet it's 2 point in a fee.
Oh, my dear,
yeah, percent kind of phone would be a cost to Kuma.
Never,
176.
As I'm okay. We also on so 2.3 billion. I don't come for 2.4 and cancel 3.8 to a cancel. And do I buy it? And yet that's what I see you. Saku for the Kokobo on take come for so what that's what I say. The president for Papa campaign. Thank you. Running see. Papa see you. Yes, see, yeah, TSS Kufa Kotor or Padine at the year campaign. Who President Chesa will place it down. Now, Papa campaign here. When the Bawumia Basham Osaka.
Shabu.
Now for Bawumia be share course Ghana for your near friend to Abaman. Now me say election we. Omudia so mu yoma de besi.
Me di wi ama no. Mahmoud Bawumia me penasem. Me mpeso be kwa kofa no media man ho. Me penasem. Bible said you papa one can I bone de man. Me call the Church of Pentecost. Ghana for say if you see something say something. Me boy.
Yeah.
But Mahmoud Bawumia. Then be able to me videos e kire because me to wo. And now Tibon to frame me. I catch them say, or many a series of calls. Our more registered their displeasure towards me. Said the idea Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP abino, and it's coming from Mahmoud Bawumia's office. Maybe I catch them.
Yeah.
So means I have your video scroll more. Intimate Samo, why am more channel? Montagi way for my mammy. Mahmoud Bawumia, Mediamidin Panacho. There is some curse he should assume for himself.
No, me go and look at corporate sign of come.
Now, okay, na Messia Kabi. Nasa Cathedral. I also back off whom corporate institutions are more messy. Some money could pass no many money. Bible said, baby, any pan you know, and answer me as a share with Christo demon, never did not coupon. Now, the down Kufado was say, when he was in opposition, he made a pledge and a promise to him. A pledge and a promise to Yankopon say, one, Yankopon cast as I'm telling him. But catching Yankopon, so whenever we near Banoa
is a Yankopon.
Yen ma so for mu dia Yankopon de na se Kristo dum ka so mo hye nkom do kwa ko pejo mo mpass na mo ma hye ho e no mu nya na e correct obi wo bet ma siri won anim ba dwembo ni kicha no na komam ana wonim obi wo be catch us so so for no be nyina is a direct opposite of Christianity and minim Kristo kura na se Yankopon no ne kan e no tie akufo be catch na say Yankopon ya na so wani aboro be si national cathedral de Yankopon. It wasn't in the manifesto of the New Patriotic Party. It wasn't captured. And you're more individually. And your person way and way. Or catch say, assassin and Kwana buying the bomb worker. That the Akanino is going to be donations if you're man for it, but willingly, not duress. Tishabula CCR. Namia don't get 5,000. Oh, me perceive senior uncle Ponso in my cuckoo 4,000 quarters meant to the Kawanka Swasama. Who will donation? They never told us the money will be coming from the government of Ghana, GOG.
Yeah.
Now, one down at the same name, so the General see a buck at 339 million.
339 million. Question.
Tiakufa will do 3 actually, Uncle Pond to 20 actually.
The Kufa there, I said, I shall Bokra when this is.
I did 20 actually, Uncle Pond. I did 20 actually. And you first of all, who did 20 Uncle Pond, the no mean about. And I'll back at him, and the doctor Mahmoud Bawumia. And Comodian another damn cock for the Uncle Pond, you know.
Dear, Saturday running meet, don't mean a share ball.
Akufado so on any young coupon temwasem. Maybe a footroom, Mahmoud Bawumia Chemibri. A footroom, I'm a demon. He should not assume a certain curse and problems for him and his next generation.